back in the kitchen again, so we're gonna go ahead and make the gravy. We got our chicken livers here. We didn't boil them. We actually just sauteed them, and they're gonna saute here for about 10, 15 more minutes. So we're gonna go ahead and get this gravy started. We got the peaches in here. We went ahead and chopped them up a little bit more, as you can see inside of here with the Anaheim bell pepper. We're gonna go ahead and add some flour. I'm not gonna add much flour because we're not gonna make that much of a gravy. Just gonna add some flour. You'll see about how much gravy I'm making for this here. And around about that much. So we got our flour. Now we gotta add some water. After we stir that in for a minute and let it brown and cook, we're not gonna make a white gravy, but we're gonna get our water ready. Get this ready to stir for a second. Go ahead and turn this up. It's down 4. We're gonna turn it up to 7. Get it cooking now. Stir it in. Brown it just a little bit because we're not gonna make a dark brown gravy, but this gravy is going to cook and it's going to be good. It's not going to be a dark brown gravy though, and it's not going to be a white gravy either. It's going to be a tan beige gravy, so that's not too bad. See, we didn't add too much flour to this, so, and with all of these peppers in here and peaches and rutabaga, it's going to absorb most of that anyway. So go ahead and stir up these chicken livers. They're doing good. Sauteing here with 3 cloves of garlic and a half a large onion. We're going to go ahead and add some water to this. Got it up on 7. I'm going to go ahead and stir. Got it on 7. I'm going to turn it all the way up to high since I added the water. So we go ahead and start rendering this down because, like I said, we're going to try to get it to that tan beige color as quick as we can without having to cook it so long. Because the longer you cook it, the browner it'll get. So we're not going to make a real dark brown gravy on this peach gravy. It's not going to be a dark brown gravy. But it's going to be a good gravy. As you can see, the gravy is coming along now. We're going to let that sit here for a minute and let it cook. So it'll brown up a little bit more. Turn it down to 6. Let it brown just a little bit. Check on our chicken livers. They're doing good. They're almost done. Well, I want them well done, about like that. They're just about well done. I give this about a good 7 more minutes for me. There was no oil or butter or water added to this or anything like that, so that's doing pretty good. You can check on this gravy. Check the color of the gravy. That's why I didn't add any more water to it. Okay, let me check the color of the gravy. The gravy needs a little bit more water. A little bit more water. It's not as dark as it's not as brown as I wanted when I added the water, but it's cool. It'll still brown up a little bit more as it cooks. So, but like I said, we're not going for a dark brown gravy today. We have all of that stuff over here if we wanted a dark brown to add. Because, to this peach gravy right here, you could easily add beef bouillon, chicken bouillon, soy sauce, Worcestershire sauce, tamarind, turmeric, or however you want to do it. But this is going to be a simple gravy. And as you can see, we didn't season this at all as of yet because we're just trying to go ahead and get the gravy cooked and done, but not overly done and not too brown because it's not going to be a brown gravy and it's not going to be a white gravy either. So this is going to have to cook just a little bit. Right now you can see it's more so like a white gravy right now, but we're going to let it cook. So we're going to go ahead and add a little bit more water to this. As you can see, you can just stand a little bit more water, thin it out some more, spread it out a little bit more. We only use one jar of chicken livers, so this is only going to maybe render 4 tacos. So that's all we're doing today. So we don't need a lot of gravy, and we don't need it to be overly thick and overly dense for what we're doing, these tacos. So that looks about good for the thickness of it. I wouldn't want it no thicker than that, but we're going to go ahead and let that simmer and cook and let it brown up some more. And so we're going to go ahead and let that do that, and we'll come back and show you that. Plate up the tacos and taste them and see if they're yucky or yummy.